On today's show, we add a spark to your workspace, preview new comedies, and look at the future of skincare.
So it's mapping where you will have wrinkles.
Correct.
Plus,
We have a situation here.
why your new coworker might have paws.
It's hard to have a bad day when you see three furry friends just walking towards you.
But first, learn how to maximize your health benefits. It's your life, it's your list, and it starts right now.
Hey everyone, I'm Christina Guerrero.
And I'm Jimmy Rhodes, and mark your calendars. Open enrollment season is almost here. That time we get to choose our health insurance coverage for the next year.
It's like Jimmy's national holiday. But guys, let's be honest, those decisions can be overwhelming. So we stick with what we have and just check the same boxes. I mean, that's what I do. Anyone else?
No, bad advice, KG. Don't do that. This is a chance to dig into your employer's benefits plan and really take advantage of some great options.
Making the most of your health benefits is our featured story at the top of the list.
If you have a job with health coverage, that means way more than just a checkup. We are showing you how to get sick results from your benefits.
A lot of employers, especially large employers now, offer a ton of different types of benefits to save money.
Mamie Wheaton, certified financial planner with LearnLux Financial Wellbeing, uses surgical precision to help you save and earn with your employer health plan, starting with the difference between a PPO and a high deductible plan.
The PPO plan is generally going to be your more expensive per paycheck plan, but it's going to, on the flip side, have a lower deductible.
For a single person, you could have a $500 deductible to meet instead of a $1,500 or $2,000 on the high deductible plan.
One thing with the PPO is that once you meet that deductible, you may still have copay costs, whereas sometimes with certain high deductible plans, those copay costs are actually covered once you meet the deductible.
And added benefit to the high deductible plan is that the costs are lower per paycheck deduction.
So that's a really big benefit if you're someone who's healthy, who never goes to the doctor.
She says to do the research and call your human resources department and the healthcare company.
And try to figure out which plan might be best for you based on your needs and the needs of your family.
Another perk you can get with a high deductible plan is an HSA or health savings account.
The purpose of an HSA is to actually set aside money every paycheck for healthcare costs, but it actually lowers your taxable income.
You can use it like a debit card for things like copays and prescription drugs.
As long as it's used for medical expenses, it will be tax-free. In addition to that, you can invest your HSA, so it has the potential to grow.
Bonus, many employers match your contribution. That's free money. Another health plan option to be aware of is an FSA or flexible spending account, which is similar in most ways to an HSA, but
if you are in a high deductible healthcare plan, you cannot, and you have access to an HSA, you cannot have a regular FSA. You can only have a limited care FSA, which means you can only use it for dental or vision expenses and a few other miscellaneous expenses.
Like dependent care, but unlike an HSA, your FSA money can't be invested and does not roll over from year to year.
So it is use it or lose it.
So if you're not eligible for an HSA, an FSA is another way to use pre-tax dollars towards medical expenses,
which is ultimately lowering your taxable income.
Finally, additional benefits.
Once you've gone through the main benefits, healthcare and dental benefits, you'll hit the benefits that a lot of people always have questions about.
This includes disability, life insurance, legal services, and even mental and health wellness.
A lot of times you might get a reimbursement for gyms or taking classes.
Plus, if you already have some coverage with outside providers, these can be cost-effective supplemental plans.
It's generally a very minimal per paycheck cost, and it can be a lot of coverage.
Opening the door to your best benefits is at the top of the list.
Well, one of the latest wrinkles in the world of dermatology is technology that allows you to basically see your skin from the inside out. Teresa Strasser shows us how 3D face scanning can help us save face, literally.
When it comes to protecting our faces from wrinkles and other damage inflicted by the sun, stress, and environment, we've all got skin in the game. But now estheticians have a new tool in the fight to keep our faces healthy It's a high-tech camera system that sees our skin in a new light.
It has 3 different types of light that it's going to show on your face. So it's going to show daylight, it's going to do polarized light, and UV lights.
Diane Rieger, licensed cosmetologist and owner of Love Skin Spa in Tempe, Arizona,
Let's start on the left side.
shows us what a powerful and multifaceted diagnostic tool this can be. Starting with a glimpse beneath our skin.
It's going to help us look under the stratum corneum. We're going to be able to see hydration levels. We're going to see sun damage. We're going to see oil levels.
So you can see brown spots, wrinkles, dryness, sun damage. Is there anything else you're looking for?
Elasticity levels, and so if we can see you're losing elasticity and where wrinkles might come up.
That's a future I don't want to look into.
Well, but then you know what to do.
Which brings us to the next possible benefit of 3D skin analysis, early warning for serious sun damage.
So we'll put their face into the camera and we do both sides of the face, and then we will be able to see all the damage. And it's just a quick couple of flashes, and then we do the analysis, and we get to see their cellular age, their hydration levels, all of that good stuff.
I bet people's faces are different because you have your driver's side and your regular side.
That's a fact. Yeah, the driver's side always has more damage.
Diane says seeing the damage will encourage us to use sunscreen year-round, regardless of age or gender. We'll wrap up by showing the scanner in action, a simple process that takes less than 10 minutes.
So what I'm going to have you do is just put your chin right in here and put your forehead up against that. It'll be a little bit awkward. Go ahead and close your eyes, and what's going to happen, you're going to see 3 flashes, and it's going to take a picture of all the layers of your skin. Okay. Let's take a look at your sun damage. So that's what it looks like under that UV lamp, and then this is going to highlight where this stuff that's going to be coming up in the future.
She says the 3D analysis helps us come up with a skin treatment and maintenance plan. The cost for this analysis varies by practice, but expect to pay around $75. Ask your local esthetician for more information. Putting our face in a healthy light with 3D skin scanning.
Americans adopted 23 million pets during the pandemic, and now that most of us are back at our workplaces, it would be great to have our dogs with us. And if you need some ammo to get your boss on board, here are a few benefits of having our dogs with us on the job.
We have a situation here.
We saw it on Good Morning America. Pets providing stress relief while we work from home during the pandemic. And now that we're back in the office, it's hard to leave them behind.
Often the well-being of their animal is highly connected now to their own sense of health and well-being.
Philip Tedeschi, professor at the University of Denver, says we need dogs at work for several reasons. First, they're great support systems.
Human support is kind of what we think about when we talk about social support, but that turns out that non-human animals are also great support systems, and in fact, in many cases, can be kind of exceptional at it.
He says humans can match our breathing and heart rate to the resting rate of a dog, which helps us calm down. Let's also help with mindfulness, and they're very attuned to us.
The tone of voice we use, in many cases they'll recognize something as small as a millimeter of movement in the human face that reflects a change in our emotion.
Pet care company Rover surveyed 1,000 pet owners. They found one of the main reasons pet parents had a hard time returning to the office is because of their pet's anxiety or loneliness.
People are more sensitized to how their animals are feeling about all kinds of things, including, maybe and most particularly, what happens when they are no longer working from home.
Another reason dogs work at work, they create loyal employees. More than half of workers in the survey said they would leave their job to work for a more dog-friendly company. Noodles & Company's corporate headquarters has allowed dogs for 27 years.
In order to make people want to work here or be attracted to work here, we thought let's let them bring their 4-legged friends with them, as long as they're well behaved.
Finally, having pets at work lightens the mood.
It's hard to have a bad day when you walk down the hallway and you see 3 furry friends just walking towards you.
And many people who work in dog-friendly offices say they're more likely to approach a coworker and chat when there's a dog. Pandemic pet parents have spoken, and many want their furry friends by their side at their 9 to 5.
Still to come on the list. How to protect yourself in a new relationship.
You've got to do your research in an initial chat phase.
And listen to a digital music box.
The world's first app-controlled music box.
Plus,
Showtime.
the big stars driving Honk for Jesus.
So that's good. You can cut.
All that and more next.
We're back, and KG Love can bring out the best in people to make them attentive and kind and generous.
Yes, but on the other hand, I've known some folks who, if you seem suspect, maybe double-crossing, ooh, you in danger.
Okay, well, here's the question. Is it okay to gather intel on your partner without them knowing?
Jackie Danker dives headfirst into the murky ethical waters of the question, to spy or not to spy.
If no one is around and a text message or email pops up on your partner's phone,
it's a little tempting to maybe take a little peek, right?
People do it.
But is it right? To weigh in on the subject, we turn to world-renowned relationship expert Susan Winter. Starting with, is it okay to do background digging in the early stages of a relationship?
First dates, you've met the person, they're like, wow, I've lived in Geneva, I have a home in Luxembourg, I travel the world, I've got a private jet. You may say to yourself, wow, this sounds a little too good to be true.
So she says,
you've got to do your research. Do a Google search. Go to Facebook and try and see if you've got any kind of social media background that substantiates that they are who they say they are and that their job is what they say their job is.
Now let's talk about if you have the urge to snoop in a committed relationship.
Snooping in a relationship is in lieu of honest, direct questioning. It's not your go-to.
So she says try talking to your partner, but
if you have asked your partner, you've had honest dialogue, and you have truly valid concerns, things that do not add up, then I think you have a certain degree of permission to further investigate.
And that could look like
looking at the computer history, or looking at a phone when it's open, or listening by the door.
So it's a little bit of an investigation.
It is.
Try to make it a learning moment.
This nearly brought us apart. I don't want to snoop, but I need you to tell me the truth. Let's make a commitment to do that, right?
Next, what happens when snooping turns into full-blown spying?
Spying is overt. Spying is getting in your car and hiding behind different cars and following your mate and seeing if they're going to work. Spying is walking into a restaurant hoping to catch them with somebody else.
When is that okay, or is it okay?
That is the very, very, very last resort. If you need to make a decision about the relationship and you have a body of evidence of things that don't add up, you may need to know that for your sanity and resolution.
Finally, she says try and choose communication before you snoop or spy.
All that, spying, snooping, it's the last choice you should make in a healthy relationship.
Instead, try something like,
let's sit down, let's chat.
That dialogue has to come from a very healthy, grounded place that's given with love, and make it brief, make it concise.
Yep.
This is what I'm feeling, doesn't add up, help me. Help me to trust you, please tell me what's going on here.
Learning the answer to the question, to spy or not to spy.
If you need a little something special to make your desk at work stand out and have some cash to burn, there are innovative crowd-funded products you might want to check out. Here are 3 new desk gadgets that are out right now or are coming soon. Coming in at number 1, iLick, an interactive desktop companion that's meant to brighten your day.
Try petting his head, belly, and his back.
iLick's personality responds to your touch.
He is afraid of heights, so remember to comfort him when he's upset.
On his more practical side, he functions as a countdown timer to help you manage work tasks or to remind you when it's time to take a break. And if he's near another iLick, they'll play with each other.
Cheers!
This little Robo Brochacho should be shipping soon. It's on Indiegogo.com for around $120. At number 2, Murobox.
The world's first app-controlled music box.
Their app lets you select a song from your music library for Murobox to play, or you can choose to create your own melody.
Our patented cylinder design has flexible pins to plug each tooth of the comb according to your programmed music.
You can program it to function as an alarm clock or just play a nice tune like Beethoven's Ode to Joy while you're at your work desk. This one will set you back $220 at Murobox.com. And third on our list of crowd-funded desk gadgets, Author Clock.
Let's read some of its quotes together.
It displays time through literary quotes every minute of the day.
Strand postmark and dispatch 1036, said Holmes, reading it over and over.
It contains over 2,000 quotes from authors spanning 6 centuries.
But it does not speak it out loud.
And even though it doesn't read to you, the company that makes it says it's meant to add moments of inspiration to your day and introduce you to new books.
'Tis now struck 12. Get thee to bed, Francisco.
This one should be available on Indiegogo in November for around $130. And those were 3 crowd-funded gadgets that'll dress up your desk. Lots more to come on the list. Stay with us.
Welcome back. On today's watch list, you know, summer is known for its blockbuster movies, but with fall on the way, there is still plenty of reasons to head to the theaters. Let's check out some comedies bringing big laughs to the big screen in September.
A religious scandal. A murder mystery.
It's very hot.
And bros trying to get together. You can feast your eyes on all of these comedies coming to theaters this fall.
It really is a smorgasbord for everyone here. There's plenty to eat at the Comedy Buffet starting in September at your local movie theater.
Rotten Tomatoes contributing editor Mark Ellis tells us about the flicks he's fired up to see this month.
I just want to clarify some things before we get started.
Starting off with Hunk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
Every woman is not built for the great responsibility of being a first lady.
Sometimes the things that we take most seriously, that we hold the most holy, end up being the ripest source for comedic material.
Regina Hall plays Trinity Childs, the proud first lady of a Southern Baptist megachurch.
I'm rocky up in this fight.
Sterling K. Brown is her pastor husband. When a scandal forces their church to close, it's all on her to help make it a revival.
Take it for the Lord. The comedy is what actually attracted me to it in the first place. We wanted to do something that was entertaining, but it's very, 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 very funny.
You can catch it in theaters and on Peacock this Friday.
Seems he was killed in the costume store.
Next, a murder story turned comedy. See How They Run.
And then he was deposited here. Staged, so to speak.
An all-star cast that plays a cast of a popular play in the 1950s London West Side Theatre District that is now looking to make a movie out of it. There's just one problem. Somebody on the crew was murdered.
Adrian Brody plays the murder victim. Sam Rockwell's the inspector, and his sidekick is Saoirse Ronan.
Please stand back.
He keeps the key. Under the mat.
See How They Run starts running on September 16th. Last on the list, Bros.
Hey guys, it's Bobby Lieber coming to you from the future home of the LGBTQ+ Museum.
Billy Eichner's character is too busy opening the first LGBTQ+ museum to have a personal life. But then come feelings for Luke McFarlane's character, another guy with a horrible relationship track record. Can they make it work?
Bros is also being billed as the first film in history to feature LGBTQ+ community members in all of the prominent roles.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride!
Bros rolls into theaters September 30th.
Gay sex was more fun when straight people were uncomfortable with it.
And those are a few films to help get fall off to a fun start.
You have a blessed one.
Oh my goodness, and you have a blessed...
On the watch list.
Yay, those movies look so fun. Okay, quick, your movie theater order.
I like it when they bring a beer right to your seat. That's my go-to.
Oh, it's very convenient. Okay, large popcorn, M&Ms together in the same bucket. Right handful of popcorn and M&Ms. It's like just the right kind of magic.
You're like a mad scientist.
All right, friends, coming up, there could be an identical Jimmy out on the loose. We'll explain next.
YouTube, breaking in right quick to ask you to please subscribe, and yes, please turn on notifications. It won't take you long, and here's the bonus. You'll never miss a list. Okay, thanks for doing that, and back to the show.
Hey guys, welcome back. It is time for what's last on our list. Now, Jimmy, has anyone ever told you that you look like someone they know? And I don't mean like, hey, you look like that guy from the list.
No, you know what I get all the time?
What's that?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And you know what? I can see it.
Okay, well, I don't know if he's quite your doppelganger, but according to CNN, there's probably someone out there that is your replica. And you guys probably have a lot more in common than just your good looks.
Okay, quick definition. Doppelganger is like a German word, has a nice umlaut over the A. That's someone who looks like you, but you're not directly related.
Right.
And a lot of times, you're not even from the same region of the world. But new research is showing that you probably have a lot more in common than just your faces, like similar weights, similar lifestyle factors, similar levels of education. It's amazing.
Fascinating. Well, in my very unscientific opinion, I really think most doppelgangers are concentrated in Hollywood.
Really?
Right? Because look at it. Rob Lowe, Ian Somerhalder, twins. Jessica Chastain,
Okay.
Bryce Dallas Howard. I mean, they're practically the same person. Margot Robbie, Jamie Presley. I mean, who's who?
Wow. And don't forget, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and me. You're right. I guess us movie stars, we all look alike. It's crazy.
It is so crazy. And that's what's last on our list. Friends, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
YouTube, I've missed you. That's right, I was on vacation, but because the internet is forever and you might be watching this out of order, you probably didn't even know that. It was a good vacay, but YouTube, I missed you. So let's reconnect by liking this video, leaving a comment, and yes, even by subscribing. And what will I do, you ask? Well, how about I serve you up some fresh episodes of The List right there. Who's your daddy? Come on, enjoy.